Your first word, she has already decided if you're the man she wants or just another forgettable face. And here's the truth. It's not about your looks, money, or lines. It's about an invisible position she feels instantly. And if you're below it, you're done before the conversation even starts. Ranking. She's not listening to your words. She's feeling your presence. Before you even speak, she has already judged you. If she feels you're above her, she opens up. If she feels you're below her, you're out. She's not checking how handsome you are or counting your money. She's searching for quiet strength in your body language and the steady weight in your voice. One signal tells her you're high value. Another tells her you're nothing. Most men never realize they've already been rejected in seconds. They keep smiling and talking, not knowing the decision was made before they even finish their first sentence. Women don't decide to keep you or cut you off for random reasons. They decide based on an invisible ranking. You can't see it, but she feels it. You might think you lost her because you're not attractive enough, or because you said the wrong thing. But often, the real reason is something you didn't even notice. A subtle energy that told her you weren't in the right position. This position isn't about money or looks. It's called perceived superiority. When she meets you, she instantly compares you to herself. If she feels you're above her, her attraction grows. If she feels you're below her, the game is over before it starts. Here's the problem. Most dating advice assumes she already sees you as higher status. Things like delaying replies, acting mysterious, pulling back to make her chase. These only work if she already thinks you're above her. If she sees you as lower, these moves just make her lose interest faster. So the question is, how do you raise your position in her mind? Gradual obedience, the art of the yes. Every time a woman says yes to you, whether it's a request, a suggestion, or a moment of physical leadership, her connection to you grows. It's subtle. She won't even realize it's happening. But her brain starts to associate you with leadership, with influence, and with a sense of direction in her life. Think of it like building a staircase. Each yes is a step. One step isn't much, but when you have enough of them, you've built a path directly to her emotions. There are 3 levels to this. 1. Simple requests. These are low effort, easy to say yes to actions. Examples: can you pass me the napkin? Meet me at 4. Hold this for a second. They seem harmless, but each one builds the habit of her following your lead. 2. Direct commands. Here, you add confidence and charm. Examples: pass me the napkin, beautiful. Let's dance. Come stand over here. You're still being respectful, but you're guiding the interaction more firmly. 3. Physical leadership. This is the deepest level, where you lead through touch and movement. Examples: holding her hand to guide her through a crowd, moving her closer to you during a conversation, kissing her when the moment feels right. Physical leadership creates a sense of safety and connection if she's comfortable with it. Important: start small. You can't jump from never having touched her to suddenly grabbing her hand out of nowhere. Each level prepares the ground for the next. 2. Mental rumination, living in her head. If gradual obedience is about getting her to take action for you, mental rumination is about getting her to think about you when you're not around. Because the more she thinks about you, the more she feels drawn to you. Here's why. Our emotions are tied to our focus. If someone occupies our thoughts repeatedly, our feelings toward them, good or bad, tend to intensify. This is why obsession often comes from uncertainty, mystery, and small triggers that make someone replay moments in their mind. Ways to create mental rumination. 1. Small tasks. Give us something simple to do for you. Remind me to tell you that story later. Find me that song you mentioned. These keep you in her thoughts after the interaction ends. 2. Mystery about you. Drop hints about your life without explaining everything. I once had the craziest night in Paris. I'll tell you someday. There's something about me you'll never guess. Humans are wired to want to fill in blanks. That curiosity keeps her mind looping back to you. 3. Advanced. Triggering strong emotions. One risky but powerful method is making her briefly angry or frustrated in a playful way. Why? Because strong emotions, positive or negative, are memorable. But be careful. If you go too far, it can damage trust. This technique is for experienced communicators who know how to recover the mood quickly. Combining the two. The magic happens when gradual obedience and mental rumination work together. For example, you ask her to do something small, gradual obedience. Later, you tease her about it or leave it unfinished. Mental rumination. She's now taken an action for you, and she's thinking about you afterward. Why this works. Both techniques subtly reverse the usual dating dynamic. Instead of you chasing her attention, she's putting effort, mentally and physically, into the interaction. This investment, whether she notices it or not, makes her see you as more valuable and important in her life. So now you've been through love bombing. You've been tested as a provider, triangulated, gaslighted, emotionally drained, hooked on a cycle of pain and pleasure. And just when you think things might finally settle, she's already halfway out the door. Secret number 7, the planned strategic exit. Here's a hard truth. The breakup didn't start when she left. It started months earlier. Quietly. You still thought things were okay. She was still sleeping next to you, saying, "I love you." But behind the scenes, she was preparing to leave. She began saying things like, "You've changed. I don't feel heard anymore. Something's missing." She started posting quotes like, "Protect your peace." Sometimes letting go is strength. She wasn't venting. She was creating a story. A story where you're the bad guy. And she's the brave one walking away. Behind your back she may have talked to friends and made you sound unstable, saved screenshots of arguments, hidden the parts where she provoked you, started talking to lawyers, prepared emotionally, socially, even financially, so by the time she left, she had already gathered sympathy, support, and a safe place to land. You didn't even know it was over. And now, you look like the crazy one, the villain, the man she had to escape. This is the transformer archetype. She doesn't just leave. She rebirths herself into a new identity. You become part of her past, her trauma story. You're the man she outgrew. The worst part? You blame yourself. You think, what did I do wrong? Could I have saved this? But here's the truth. You were being used, not loved. And now that you know the 7 secrets, it's time to learn how to protect yourself. Let's talk about the tools that Carl Jung and modern psychology give us to defend against emotional manipulation. Self-defense strategy 1. The mirror test. Projection detector. Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can help us understand ourselves. But in toxic relationships, we flip this idea. Ask yourself, are the things she accuses me of actually the things she's doing?" This is called projection. Manipulators accuse you of the very things they are guilty of. For example, she says, "You're always lying." But she hides messages. She says, "You're controlling." But she sets the rules. She says, "You don't listen." But or she talks over you. How to use the mirror test. 1. For 1 week, write down every time she insults or blames you. 2. At the end of the week, read the list again, but imagine she is describing herself. 3. If most of those things sound like her, not you, you're likely being manipulated. This test cuts through confusion and emotion. It shows you what's really happening behind the words. Self-defense strategy 2. The 9037 protocol. This is a 4-month relationship test to spot red flags before it's too late. Step 1. 90 days. Watch. Don't commit. Don't fall too fast. In the first 3 months, observe her like a scientist. Ask, how does she talk about her ex? How does she treat waiters and staff? How does she react when things don't go her way? This is the time when most people still wear their mask. So don't fall for the act. Study the pattern. Step 2. 30 days. Controlled. Conflict test. Say no to something. Disagree with her opinion. Challenge something small. Now watch what happens. Does she stay calm and respectful, or explode and punish you emotionally? This is when the mask starts to crack. True character comes out during conflict. A good partner handles disagreement with maturity. A manipulative one turns cold, cruel, or controlling. Step 3. 7 days. Final review. At the 4-month mark, stop and look back. Forget your feelings. Look at the facts. Did she guilt trip you? Were there any early tests for money? Did she try to control your time, your friends, your emotions? If you see 3 or more red flags, walk away, no matter how strong the attraction is, no matter how much potential you see in her. Remember, your emotions can lie, but patterns never do. Self-defense strategy 3. Balanced investment rule. Never give more than you receive. Not emotionally, not financially, not in time, effort, or energy. If you're always giving more, always trying harder, always chasing, you are not in love. You are being used. Set clear boundaries. Keep proof of money given or lent. Record important conversations. If legal in your country, take screenshots of confusing or mixed messages. This is not paranoia. It's protection, because healthy people respect boundaries. Manipulators get angry when you set them. That reaction tells you everything you need to know. Pillar 4. Controlled vulnerability and the final shift. The 4th pillar is controlled vulnerability, knowing when to show emotion and when not to. Women will test your emotions, sometimes by acting distant, sometimes with playful insults. If you react too much, you lose. If you shut down completely, you also lose. Controlled vulnerability means showing just enough reaction to keep things exciting while staying unshaken inside. It makes her feel she can affect you, but can't control you. A mix that's irresistible. When all 4 pillars, achievements, survival ability, ease, and controlled vulnerability, are in place, you stop chasing. You have gravity. She's drawn to you without effort. This isn't about dominating her. It's about being so secure in yourself that you don't need her approval. And that's exactly when she gives it freely. Most men chase tricks and techniques, but techniques only work if you've built the man behind them. When your foundation is strong, you can use any tool, or none at all, and still attract her. So don't wait for the right time to start building these pillars. Start now. Because every day you strengthen them, you get closer to becoming the man who never has to beg for attention.